Good morning. I'm Raymond Laguillen from the Text Analytics team in Azure. And today, in this session, we're going to talk about call center analytics. Specifically, call center analytics using Cognitive Services. Cognitive Services is a bunch of services that are available to do AI using Microsoft AI technology. And so we're going to show how you can use Microsoft AI to analyze your call center data. So we also have a couple of demos. There's a video I'm going to try to show. I said try because people have had video issues. And then I'm going to also go through some sample code. That's on GitHub. You can download it and you can use it. But I'm going to show some code that shows you how to use Cognitive Services to analyze audio data. So to set some context, starting with Azure AI, there are three different areas. And I'm sorry if you've seen this before. Just a quick overview of this. Starting from the top, machine learning is where you basically build, train, deploy machine learning models at scale. So this means you can build your own custom models. You can use a number of frameworks. And basically, you manage the deployment, you manage the models. This is all built around data science expertise, writing code, knowing different packages, for example, in Python and things like that. So that's basically machine learning customizable to as much as you would like. Knowledge mining is where you have, let's say, a lot of documents in different formats, PDF files, Word documents, PowerPoint decks. So basically, you have thousands of documents, maybe more, and you want to be able to search and index them, query against them, and things like that. So knowledge mining extracts information from large number of documents, and it allows you to get insights into the documents without having to really individually read them. Cognitive Search is the service that, if you want to look more into that, that's a service to look into. The third area, which is basically where we're going to spend our time today, is AI apps and agents. Specifically, there are a couple of areas. There's intelligent bots. A lot of customers are using bots these days for customer service process, engagements, and as one of the channels in customer service processes. Another one is Cognitive Services, which is where we're going to focus today. Cognitive Services, there are 5 different areas. I'm not going to go into all of these, but a couple of things that to highlight. The 2 main areas we're going to talk about is going to be in speech and language. And specifically in language, we're going to look at text analytics. That's where the analytics part of this talk comes in. Text analytics has a lot of capabilities for processing text data. And how do we go from audio to text data? That's where the speech APIs and speech services come in. A couple of things about Cognitive Services. These are pre-built AI, and basically AI that you don't have to build yourself. This is machine learning models that Microsoft has built, and they've made them available as APIs. These are RESTful APIs that you can call with a key, and they're compliant. They're highly scalable. They're optimized and they're deployed in multiple regions. So all these things you get when you use Cognitive Services, you're not really having to do this yourself. So it's a really nice way of getting AI into your applications with a couple of API calls. And it's really geared towards AI developers. The idea is that you should be able to make a REST call. And you can make that call from a variety of platforms and applications. And we have SDKs, and we have samples available for you to do that. Do we have developers in this audience today? Great. So let's look at call centers. When we say call centers, what are we talking about? Typically, you've seen this, there's a customer support link somewhere on some website, and where you're basically, as a customer, you need to get in touch with the company. And typically, the workflow we're looking at here is the phone call. So you're calling an IVR system, which gives you options. Press this to talk to an agent. And then that agent picks up the phone, and you're actually talking to a live person. And then there's some issue that you're relaying to them, and you expect some resolution from that. This is the workflow we're interested in. This is where, when you talk to an agent, it says this call could be recorded for quality assurance purposes. It is being recorded. And those recordings are where we're going to get our data using this workflow. And the idea is, the next step is, why are we doing this? We're trying to increase customer satisfaction. One of the key things for call center analytics is we're trying to increase customer satisfaction based on the data we see from these interactions with the customers. So on the right hand, you see artificial intelligence will handle 15% of all customer calls by 2021. This is from Gartner. We're seeing a lot of this with bots, and we're seeing a lot of this with call center analytics. We've had a lot of customers interested in how you can handle audio recordings, which are basically customer service calls at high volume. So there are two ways to do this. I mean, traditionally, and this is the customers we've talked to, external customers that are doing this, and they've been doing this for a while. They use surveys. So it's after you finish a phone call with a customer service agent, typically it says, do you want to stay on the call to answer some questions? So that's one way to do this. I don't know how many people stay on the call to answer those kind of questions, but the response rate is really low. Or they send an email after the fact, and they ask you to answer some questions about, how was the service, and were you satisfied or not satisfied? So, and we've talked to a bunch of customers about this, and typically the response rate is in the low teens, like 10%, maybe 5% response rate on these surveys. So really using surveys to handle, to gauge the performance of your call center is not very efficient, and it's not the best way to do this. And plus, what the responses you're getting is after the fact. It's basically somebody's saying, yeah, I had a call, I liked it, I didn't like it, after the call has ended. So it's not a good representation of the conversation itself. What AI gives you on the other side, it gives you the ability to process lots of data. So in the call centers, there are like thousands and thousands of calls coming in every day. And there's lots of recorded audio that's being processed every day. It's really difficult for a single person or a team even to go through all that, through all the data to analyze them. With using AI, you're basically able to process these the recordings and the interactions in a high volume without really having to go through individual ones. And the second advantage of this is you're getting this data directly from the interaction itself. Because what you're doing, you're analyzing every sentence in that conversation. Whoever said an agent, customer, what they're saying, every interaction is being analyzed. And what you can do with the text that you're getting, so you can run multiple cognitive services on the text interactions that you're seeing. And as we looked at the cognitive services, there are at least 3 or 4 services that come into play. We can actually extract insights from the text. And we'll take a look at some of that. So here's a video from Microsoft support that Mark here has recorded for us. And this shows a couple of things. It shows that the experience we just talked about. It's processing customer support calls in real time. And basically, it has 3 services it's using, and we'll go into the workflow that it uses. It has 3 services it's using. It's using sentiment analysis from Text Analytics to analyze the sentiment of the conversation. So every turn of the call, if an agent says something or a customer says something, you can actually gauge the sentiment of that interaction. And then there are key phrases in the conversation that we can also extract. So let's go ahead and run this. And it's a short video that should give you an idea of what we're talking about.
You guys, okay, I'm going to make the out.
Oh, sorry. Just when I gave up on it, this started. So let's try this again.
Outgoing call.
Okay, here we go.
I really love Microsoft.
It's a little bit over the top, but
you guys are awesome.
We're trying to show at the point here.
Microsoft is just fantastic.
Look at the sentiment result.
That said, how's your day going? I'm having an issue with my Surface.
So that is basically...
My Surface battery will not charge.
Now it's going negative.
I am frustrated. I want to speak to your manager. I want to talk to your supervisor.
So a couple of things to point out. As you saw, yes, it was a little bit over the top, but the point we were trying to make, that the polarity. So basically really positive and showing the positive sentiment, and becoming negative and showing the negative sentiment. And a couple of more things that happened, that's a supervisor interaction. Basically, somebody's saying, I want to talk to your supervisor, and the count over there goes from 0 to 1 and then 2. Sorry, that went by too quickly. That is using language understanding. And so there's an intent behind that. So it captures the intent to talk to call the supervisor. So there are 3 services being used here in Text Analytics. And as you see on the right-hand side here, the sentences, the interactions, every utterance is being here basically captured as a positive or negative. And that's something we're going to look into a little bit more. Yeah, this is basically highlighting that every one of those utterances has a negative or positive sentiment associated with it. And that's what we're capturing. So looking at the workflow end to end, at a high level, this is what is happening here. So the customer is calling the IVR, the company with the company's IVR system, let's say 1-800 number. They get routed to an agent. There are 2 scenarios here. You can process the data in real time. That means that as the call is happening, you can actually analyze the interaction. The same thing that we were just showing in the demo. The second way would be you can record the calls and process them in batch mode. And then, if you're doing that, you're looking at aggregate results. And the center, the box here, basically it has the AI stack. So the first thing that you see on the left-hand side is speech to text. Basically, we have some audio files. We want to convert the audio to text. And then once it's text, then you're basically passing it on to Text Analytics, and you have 3 services at least you can use here. You can analyze the sentiment, as we saw. You can actually extract key phrases, and then you can look at the entities. And we'll get into those specific services, individual services, and their capabilities after this. And a couple of interesting points here is, if you're doing this in real time, you can see the escalation can happen in real time. If your agent is talking to a customer and you see the sentiment is becoming negative, or the person says, I want to talk to a supervisor, that escalation can happen in real time. The second path is basically when you're doing it in batch mode, you aggregate the data and actually show them in some Power BI dashboard as an aggregation of the interactions, and you can actually look for trends. So the components of this call center analytics, number 1, like I said, that the audio comes in for example, as an MP3 file. You need to do speech to text, basically using the speech services to convert the audio to text. There's an SDK available. You can do this in batch in real time. So that's the first step in that interaction. Speech services have other capabilities. such as text-to-speech. Basically, it's the reverse of speech-to-text. So you provide some text and you get the audio back. There is speech translation in multiple languages. And there's also custom speech models. So you can actually train models for handling dialects and maybe a noisy environment and maybe some custom terminology for your specific business scenario. Like I said, there's an SDK available, and the demo I'm going to show, the code that I'm going to show uses that SDK. There are also there's the containers, and there's support for multiple languages. The second part of that the analytics portion of that workflow is text analytics. These are the 4 key services in text analytics. The first one, sentiment analysis, as you saw, was the first part of that interaction with the customer. As they are, as every utterance comes in, we're looking at the sentiment of that utterance. Is it negative, positive, or neutral? That's what we're doing with sentiment analysis. The second service is key phrase extraction. These are like noun phrases, and we'll see a couple of examples of that. Basically, the ability to pick noun phrases in the conversation based on the importance of that noun phrase in the text. The third one is named entity recognition. This identifies the types in the text. So instead of saying Bob or Bob Doe or something like that, it'll say Bob Doe is a person. If Seattle is a location. So it'll return the type in the response of the API. So you can actually make decisions programmatically about what you want to do with that data. And then language detection. We support over 100 languages as far as, if you pass a text, and it can come back and tell you what language you're passing it to. There is an SDK available, which basically simplifies the interaction with the REST API. You can call the REST API directly if you're comfortable just calling the REST API and just pass the key. But you can use the SDK, which simplifies that interaction for you. There are containers available, so if you want to run this on premises and not to do it in a round trip over the wire, you can actually call the containers on premises and do build the same end-to-end workflow on premises. And like speech, we have multiple languages that we support. So we have tier 1 and tier 2 languages that we can look at later. So sentiment analysis, some of the key scenarios for sentiment analysis, basically gauging the customer satisfaction. So how satisfied the customer is in that every utterance that they're making and overall. We also can look at the agent performance. We can see if the agent is able to turn a negative conversation into a positive conversation, or vice versa. So this could be used for training, for example. Are the agents doing the jobs that they're getting paid to do? This can be used as a way of measuring their performance. And the third interesting thing is you can actually use call trend tracking. You're tracking every trend of the call. Are the calls going up or down in general for a specific agent, for the call center in general, during the time of the day? So you can actually pinpoint trends within the call center and the calls that are coming in. And the next thing is, and this gets a little, there are more than this, but this is the more interesting thing to me. You can actually look into product insights into your call center interactions with customers. You can see what customers are calling about. Are they calling about your products, or are they mentioning competitive products? Are they mentioning locations, specific locations that you have presence in or you don't have a presence in? So you can actually do gain product insights from these interactions and learn more about your own service beyond just the interaction with the agent. So we have a new sentiment analysis model that we announced this week. It significantly improved performance compared to the previous version. It has 2 scoring levels. I have JSON on the right-hand side. For developers, that probably makes sense. For non-developers, not so much. But the idea is that you have a document level and the sentence level score here. So basically, if you have a document that has multiple sentences, you'll get a sentiment for the whole document. So I could say, by document, I mean it could be a text string with multiple sentences in it or a single sentence. But imagine if I have multiple sentences in there, the overall sentiment of that whole document could be positive or negative or neutral. But the model will break it down per sentence, and it'll give you per sentence score of that text. So you can actually say, oh, you know what, sentence 1 was positive, sentence 2 was negative. So this is, it has the same API interface as before. So if you were using version 2.1, 3.0 will not break. It's backwards compatible on the request, but the response has more layers, as we're seeing here, because we're actually giving you breakdown on the document and the sentence. Key phrase extraction was the second service that we talked about. Key phrase extraction is basically extracting noun phrases from the conversation. If you see here, for example, I had a wonderful trip to Seattle and last week and even visited the Space Needle 2 times. So you'll see the breakdown into week, Space Needle, trip, Seattle. All of those are key phrases in the conversation that you can extract from that text. Key phrases it performs better when you give it large text, because what it's doing is actually analyzing the text and looking for important phrases in the text. So the more text you provide to it, the better. It doesn't perform as well in short phrases. There's a limit of 5,120 characters for key phrase extraction, and 1,000 requests, 1,000 documents per request. So if you're sending an API call, you can put in 1,000 requests, 1,000 documents in that request, and basically you can go from 1 to 1,000 in the documents, and each one of those will get a score. Will get a set of key phrases back. Named entity recognition. This is very interesting, and we're investing a lot in this. We had initially, and this is typical for the industry. Typically, there's 3 types. There's person, location, and organization. So when you pass a text in, such as the one that I have here, same one that we were looking at, I had a wonderful trip to Seattle. And you can see here that now, instead of just giving you back Seattle, it tells Seattle as a location. Now you have the type associated with this. You can also look at Space Needle as a location. The organization there basically it's kind of iffy, but we'll get better at that. It's basically telling you, since I'm seeing something that is not a location, it's not a person, it must be an organization, we're improving that and we'll get better at it. And then you see quantity too. So basically by just passing a text to this, you can get the types back and you can start making decisions in real time within your code. We are adding 350 plus types and subtypes to named entity recognition. Things such as PII detection. So if you have social security numbers and IDs, for example, you can detect those in your text. And then you can actually process documents and say, I want to find documents that have PII in them, and actually locate the PII and give you the beginning and end of, for example, social security number in a text. So that way you can actually identify and set some documents aside if you don't want to share that information externally. So we added a whole bunch of languages just recently to this, and there's more information on this, by the way. There's a theater session today at 3:40 p.m. if you want to get into the entity recognition in more detail. And Ashley is the speaker, and he's going to talk about PII and the latest service that we announced at Ignite. So how do you use text analytics? So text analytics, really, if you look at it, you can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it as a developer. So if you're as a developer, you can call the SDK. You can download the SDK and install it in Visual Studio, for example, and use it to make calls. You can call the REST API directly and just basically post JSON and get JSON back. And you can use our containers if you want to process data on premises. On the right-hand side, you see the no-code and low-code path. This is actually, I prefer this myself. If you want to do something really quickly and don't want to get into code, there's different, there are Microsoft technologies that are using our text analytics capabilities underneath. One of them is Power BI. It's actually Power BI Desktop, I believe, just announced this week that they're going to have text analytics in Power BI Desktop. So you can actually use sentiment analysis and key phrase extraction, and I believe language detection in Power BI. Microsoft Flow has templates that you can automatically use without having to write any code to actually call sentiment analysis, for example. So you can actually pass data from a variety of connectors. So they have connectors, for example, to Twitter data. So you can actually take data from Twitter, get a template that connects to Twitter, and then uses sentiment analysis to do text analytics. And also Power Apps. There's a tutorial on Power Apps in our documentation. You basically, again, you have to, in this case, you have to write a little bit of code, but you can actually use the templates to do text analytics fairly quickly. I was talking to a customer. She was an MVP for one of these oil companies, and she said she just found out there was Microsoft Flow, and she was on her way to vacation. And once she got there, in 10 minutes, she had a text analytics workflow up and running using one of our templates. So it's really easy to get text analytics working end-to-end for you if you're using something like Microsoft Flow and you don't want to write code. So I have a code sample I want to go through. And let me see if I can manage that here. Okay. Any C# developers here? Great. So trying to find the mouse, that's a challenge. Okay. Okay, so bit of an eye chart, I believe. Can you guys read this? No? Okay. Oh, thank you. Is that good? Okay. So this is from GitHub. This is all posted on GitHub if you want to download it, so you don't have to worry about taking notes on this. And I'll show you the link to the GitHub repo. So there are, this is code that basically the process that we showed in the demo uses this kind of workflow in text analytics and speech API. So there are two services here, actually three services. The first one we're using is we're using storage. We have a whole bunch of audio files, and in this sample I had loaded, I think, 4 of them. Let me just quickly go there and show you the files. So these are MP3 files, and basically I've loaded them into storage, and these are audio recordings from sample customer calls. Let's see. Okay. So this is a storage account. I have 2 containers in there. And by the way, the sample in GitHub will work if you create these containers and you just point to this storage location. There are 2 containers. The output container is empty. Basically, the output is going to go into that. The input container has 4 files. These are audio files, basically a conversation between the customer and agent. And the idea is these are calls in stereo. The SDK that I'm using from speech services expects a stereo call. What it can do, it can break down the conversation into 2 channels. Channel 1 being the first, and it could be the agent. Most of the time it's the agent talking the first, saying hello, calling so-and-so. Second channel is the customer. So that pattern stays the same, so speech API can tell you, okay, this is the customer, this is the agent. And then you can actually break it apart and say, okay, who's talking and what are they talking about? So let's go back to the code, and I'm going to run the code, and hopefully we'll see this run end to end. So the idea is it's going to do 3 things. It's going to go grab the files from, it's going to go grab the files from storage, and then pass them to the speech API using the SDK, and then process every file and run the output, and write the output to storage. Sorry, that's too small. But that should go away fairly quickly. So what it's doing is basically saying it got 4 files. It's starting the transcriptions. Basically, that's the part that it takes the audio and transcribes it to text. And then for every one of those files, it's calling Text Analytics. And we'll look at the code that's doing that. So basically, for this, obviously, you need a Azure subscription. I forgot to mention that. But once you have an Azure subscription, you need to set up these services. You need to set up a storage service. You need to set up a Text Analytics service. And you also need to set up a speech API. And as you see here, I have a connection string to the storage account. I have my speech subscription key. And I have my Text Analytics subscription key. So I have set up 3 services in Azure. And I'm using those 3 services. So as you see here, it lists the files. It transcribes them in an async manner, meaning that it starts the process, and it starts polling to see when it's done, right? Because the text files could be, the audio files can be big. They can be, the ones that I'm processing, they're about 30 seconds or so. It could be like half an hour, because imagine somebody's calling customer support, they put them on hold sometimes. So this call can go on forever. So the async processing is when you start the process and you kind of wait for it to finish, and you're just polling to see if it's done. And then for every one of those calls, basically once we get the transcription back, we're calling Text Analytics to say analyze the data. And here is so if the processing succeeds, we go down and actually make a call to sentiment analysis. And key phrase extraction. Sorry. Okay, as you see, it's not really that difficult to call it sentiment analysis and maybe 4 or 5 lines of code. You can actually pass some data and get some results back. Same with key phrase extraction. This is the call to key phrase extraction. So now we're constructing the output of these 2 services, and we write them out as CSV. You can actually output JSON depending on the service that the process you're creating. In this case, we're creating CSV because we wanted to put into a Power BI dashboard, and it was easier to plug in CSV into Power BI dashboard. And let's see what else. Yeah, let's switch back, and I think it's done now. Let's switch back to the output and see if we process if we got the results back. So this is our output now, and see, okay, it has finished 3 of the files, 3 out of 4. So basically, the output is a CSV file. So what it's doing is for every one of those utterances, it's running through the sentiment analysis, key phrase extraction, creating a JSON, and then converting it to CSV and writing it out to storage. And the output would look something like this. So the output is going to be broken down by agent and customer interaction. And that's tiny. Let me. So as you see here, like I said, every channel, so they have 2 channels in this conversation. If you pass a mono file to this, it's not going to be able to do this differentiation between agent and customer. By the way, it's not saying agent and customer. I'm assigning a name to that. It's going to come back with 0 and 1, for example. It says 0 is the agent, 1 is the customer, so I'm assigning that the name to it. But so for every utterance, there is there's text associated with every utterance. So agent is basically introducing themselves. The customer is saying what the problem is, and then you go through this interaction, and you see a couple of things that the speech API gives us. Is converting the audio to text. It's giving us the time, and also now in the sentiment analysis, we'll see the first utterance is neutral, and as you can see, the 3 categories for sentiment analysis, mostly neutral, negative, and then some positive conversations. And this is where you can see the trends. So if the conversation is starting negative, you can actually see if it's becoming positive. Or if it's starting positive and it's becoming negative, is that the effect of the agent? That you can do the analysis there, right? So you see the 3 categories here. The sentiment score is based on the sentiment of that conversation. We'll see the sentiment score, and then the key phrases for that. So in this case, for example, the key phrases for this utterance are, thanks for calling Contoso, thanks Contoso and Joe, the name of the person, and then cable box. And this is where you can actually drill down into things, and you can actually see the value of doing text analytics with that. And let me show you the output of this process, which is the Power BI dashboard I was mentioning. Okay, so again, this is kind of an imaginary cable company, but we extracted these key phrases from the conversation, things such as internet, modem, whatever. So those are the things that are being mentioned in a negative context. And then there are things that are neutral, and then things that are positive. So this way you can actually drill down into what interactions, what things are being said in the negative or positive context or neutral context, and actually drill down into this. So this could be used for analyzing products. You can analyze your service, you can analyze agents. So there are different ways of using this data. And then we looked at this and we categorized. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. We were just trying to see what we could do with this data. We grouped the calls in the call flows in 5 different ways. The calls that were steady high, that means that it was always positive. The whole interaction was positive. They were rising, so they started negative and then they became positive. And then there's steady negative and steady neutral. So it was a neutral conversation overall, nothing happened. And then falling. You start positive and you drop down. And then steady negative, like started negative and just stayed there. And then you can actually drill down into every one of those conversations, and you can actually see, okay, if I want to look into a specific one, what happened there? So that actually gives you a nice flow of the entire interaction between the agent and the customer. And think about this. You don't have to do this for every call. You can look at trends, right? And then one more visualization here, which again is just an example of what could be done. In this case, looking at those 5 categories, we're grouping the concepts around those categories. So if somebody's, we're looking at the falling one, so what are they discussing in the category that, the conversation seems to be always going in a negative direction? What are the things that they're discussing? Or the ones that are always rising, what are the things that are being mentioned in those conversations? So the key phrase extraction would help you with that. And another, you can take this a little bit one step further. You can actually do entity recognition here, and you can actually extract the types, like we mentioned before, right? You can actually extract the types. You can actually extract, was a person mentioned, was a location mentioned, dates and address, and all those things. Or did somebody mention social security number or the PII-related data? So that falls into the category of customer feedback analytics in general. So it's a big category. We see a lot of customers doing that. For example, we've seen 5 different patterns in using in customer feedback analytics and using text analytics for analyzing customer feedback. The first one is the surveys. So for example, if you're using SurveyMonkey, and you send surveys to your customers, and the ones that don't have a yes, no, whatever answer, typically there's a free-form text available. There's an other category. Wherever you have raw text, this is where you can actually use text analytics to get insights into that raw text and what the customer was talking about in the survey they gave you. And we've seen a bunch of our customers do that. And typically, the services you're using is sentiment analysis and key phrase extraction, for example. And then you can store the results somewhere, like show it in a Power BI dashboard and surface it in an app portal. The next category of these kind of patterns is process automation. We have customers that take input from their customers. For example, they have an application. Somebody goes to the application and enters some information about, oh, my device that you sold me isn't working. I have this issue. So they can take that and actually extract key phrases from it, extract entities from it, and actually create an automated process to create tickets and do escalations. So actually, without anybody being involved, if the customer enters some feedback into application, mentioning an issue, you can actually automatically create a ticket from that and assign it to somebody. So it's like automating the feedback from the customers into a process. This is an interesting one. We have a lot of retail customers doing monitoring their social media feeds, for example, Twitter. And you can actually, and like I said, there's a Flow, a Microsoft Flow connector for this. You can actually connect to Twitter, take the Twitter input, and then run it through sentiment analysis. Did somebody mention anything negative about my company? Do I want to react to that? Or I can do it in batch mode instead of real time. I can just process a whole bunch of them and see what are the trends when people are talking about my products. Are they mentioning certain things in the product? Are they mentioning a location that I want to look into? So this kind of gives you insight into that. And as you see all of these, basically at some point, we're putting Power BI as a way of aggregating this. But think about this. You could do many things with this once you have the data in a database or actually building a process with it. And this is the one that we were looking at, basically analyzing recorded inbound customer calls. You saw that the audio files were stored in a storage system. And the nice thing is you can process thousands of those files in a batch processing mode. Once you convert that audio to text, you run it through sentiment analysis and key phrase extraction and entity recognition if you want to do that. You can do it in real time and maybe do escalations, bring in a supervisor, for example, if something is not going right with that conversation. Or you can do it in batch processing and do the things that we did that Power BI dashboard. You can actually show the aggregations and the trends and the patterns. There's a bunch of documentation online. Most of the things that I showed you is available online. And if you go under Azure Text Analytics, there's documentation for the services I showed. There's a GitHub link available for the code that I showed you. And the Power BI dashboard, actually the template is available on GitHub. And there's also code and documentation for the speech API. So all of those available. If you just search for speech API, for Azure Speech API, you'll see the documentation. So I believe this is, I need to leave this up so you guys can evaluate the session. But thank you for your time, and I hope this was useful.